there we go. I didn't hit R the first time. It's we are gathered here today on another episode of Scatterbrain, the Ray Bradford podcast, to view a concession speech, an acceptance of defeat speech, but from Mr. Aubrey Drake Graham after his battle with Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale versus Certified Lover Boy. This is a very sad occasion. Yes, Lord, it's very sad. The man was swept like LeBron versus the Spurs. Very sad occasion. You were picked to be the winner. Everybody expected you to drop the hit bop diss record. But Mr. Morale beat you to the punch. Good God Almighty. Yeah. Any words you want to say, Mr. Graham? Oh, yeah. Come give us your speech. I want to thank you guys for gathering here with us today. Oh, Lord, what else you got to say, Mr. Graham? It was an eventful time. I got my backside kicked thoroughly. Every move I made, Mr. Morale had. He had a better move. And from there, he out-strategized me. He out-rapped me. He out-thought me. He out-hated me. And for that, I give him credit. I want to thank the people for listening. I also want to thank the people who didn't listen. You did me a favor. Don't listen to me get my butt whooped like that. Now, I'd like to hand it back over to Mr. Ray Bradford. Oh, Lord, Mr. Graham, you got your butt kicked. Yes, Lord. You got it kicked, son. And now we will give you a moment of silence with this beautiful, pain-driven, this agony music. I'm gonna give you a moment of silence. How long does he deserve? He deserves about 15 seconds. Here we go. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Look. Give it up for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot, on his victory that the true listeners thought was going to happen. We all thought he was going to win. It was a little scary one time because Drake got the bombing. When Drake originally started bombing, I thought it was over with. But the man came back and he stepped real good. He proved he was an actual stepper. Give it up for him. This is another episode of Scatterbrain, the Ray Bradford podcast. Of course, I am your host with the most. I am Ray Bradford, the sole proprietor, in the words of Shannon Sharp. I'm the sole proprietor. I'm your host and the sole proprietor of Ray Bradford podcast, Scatterbrain. Yeah, that's me. Really been an interesting week. My week consisted of finding out that I am sad that this rap beef has ended. that I was like really sad because I realized how much time I had consumed paying attention to this rap beef. I'm glad it was really like, I don't think it's just rap. Cause Kendrick Lamar really don't like, you can tell he really don't like Drake. Like, I do, we'll never hang out, we'll never shake hands. It's a lot of stuff that we won't ever do. But I'm glad this rap beef stayed rap for the most part, instead of it actually becoming physical and fisticuffs happen or anything else happen. Drake's security guard getting shot. It didn't have anything to do with Kendrick. I think it's some other street stuff going on. That ain't what we here to talk about. I don't know. I ain't in the industry. I don't know what they doing. I just know what the records is and what's going on. If you're dissing somebody, then the person you diss, you diss him back. I mean, they diss you back. Say you ain't got no shooters, and then your manager gets shot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That ain't my place. That ain't my place. I can speculate on it though. I will say that I think that got nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, man, I found out I was so invested and tied into this beef. I was been scrolling Twitter just to find what's going on. Now I find myself caught in the wormhole of everybody trying to prove who was lying and who was not lying. I think it's been proven. Academics went on his stream lately, and academics said that Drake did a lie. Like, it's kind of confirmed that Drake did lie about some stuff. So it's a little weird right now. It's a little weird. And I pray for Drake. I know he's going through it, man. I ain't never fought that many people at one time. I can only imagine the feeling of being the person that everybody, love, and then out of nowhere, you're not. That's tough. That's tough. But before I go on, I do want to play in celebratory fashion. In celebratory fashion, I just want to play the intro of it. Dead people. Must have on the beat. Ooh. Ooh. So what's up with these phony ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you got? How many options? In the past on his body, I'm John Stockton. This is so crazy. Beat your ass and out the Bible if God watching. Look, man. It's been a lot of disrespectful lines in hip hop. Been a lot of disrespectful lines. For real, like, it's been some disrespectful stuff said. Tupac just come out the blue and said, "That's why I beeped your wife, you fat beep." That's what Tupac come out and said. Jay-Z told Nas, I had sex with your baby mama in the backseat of the car and left the condom in the baby seat. No Vaseline was super disrespectful. Ice Cube was telling this man he bent him over. What's the white dude that was managing NWA? I forget his name. But basically that he was screwing all of them and that Dr. Dre was getting bent over and screwed by Easy. It's treacherous. I seen a diss record the other day from Ice Cube where he dissing somebody over Outstanding, one of the happiest songs of all time. But yeah, it's been a long line of disrespectful lyrics that's been said. But this man said, "I'm going to beat your bleep and hide the Bible if God is watching." All right, bro, God watches everywhere, man. He watches every day, man. God watching you do the nasty. The nasty stuff that you shouldn't be doing, God is watching that. God is watching every single thing that's going on. So why you gonna hide the Bible when you beat me up, man? Is that necessary? Just let God do it. Just let God, Come on, brother. Man, that was disrespectful to me. That was just disrespectful. Sometimes you got to pop out and show, man, certified pedophile. Man, Jesus Christ. Like, man, you saying about this, man, there ain't no concrete evidence out in the public of opinion. You may have the concrete evidence behind closed doors, but you saying this man is a certified pedophile. Like, it's like out here. Like, he has to register his name and stuff. Man, Kendrick was crazy, man. Crazy. He just was crazy. But this rap beef has consumed my life for the last week. Hopefully this week I can and let it go. Just like Elsa off of Frozen. I can just let it go. Hopefully this week. Hopefully don't nobody say nothing else to each other and we let it go. But if not, I'll be back to talk about it again in a little bit. Appreciate all the people who watched the clip of me explaining Drake being destined for greatness. I know I did a little funny at the beginning of the episode and about Drake. But we gotta accept he was destined for greatness. The boy come from a lineage of great musicians, great actors, great people. And it was on his black side, so appreciate everybody who watched that and interacted with that. It's been building up traction in the last couple of days, so that blew my mind. 21 Savage said something that I agree with. Man. He said, if you wait on another person to address their problem with me before you address your problem with me, basically I'm summing up what he said, but if you wait on another person to address their problem with me before you address your problem with me, and then you jump on when they're addressing their problem with me, you a hoe. I agree 100%, man. Like, we all know Kendrick had this beef building up with Drake for the longest. That beef been building up. But like everybody else who been jumping on that thing, man, and man, that's scary. It make you question people, man. Make you question how people feel about you in certain situations. Yeah, man, something I was talking about, I ain't did this segment in a few episodes, so I want to do it today. The segment of, what was I calling it, man? I don't know. I forgot what I called it. I had to go look at another episode. But basically, things that I don't like, man. I hate performative stuff. What I mean by that, being in the entertainment space, that I work in the entertainment space, you see a lot of performative stuff. People want you to smile when you really don't feel like smiling, or there's no reason to smile. Want you to laugh when there's nothing funny being said. All that good stuff, they want you to perform. And when you are a performer, that's what you paid to do. But man, you have to be careful with that stuff because it bleeds over into your real life interactions with people. And a lot of times, a lot of people can't tell that people are being performative. But I'm really big on I'll even keep kikiing and laughing with you and joking. But on the inside, I'm like, man, this person is being performative. I don't even really want to talk to them, but I'll keep doing it because we in the situation. I got it bad. I can't be super performative. If I'm laughing, I'm genuinely laughing. And it may sound like my laugh ain't genuine, but because I'd be like, yeah, ha, and then I stop. But I'm genuinely laughing. So I be confused when I see people do it, especially performers, because it be translating into their real life, man. It's like, bro, it's hard to talk to you right now because I don't know if you like serious. Are you being serious or like you truly mean what you're saying? Uh, like I know everybody has seen documentaries and movies and stuff where singers were on stage smiling, bright, showing all 32, dancing, laughing, then they come right off stage and they arguing, mad, ready to fight, all this type of stuff. And it's like, man, you gotta be performative, man. And it's a weird life, man. It's really a weird profession that I chose. Cause you paid to be performative, but it's like, bro, I just don't want to be performative. I just want to play music, man. And I want people to enjoy music. Enjoy the music. And like, sometimes you may not feel like, you may feel dark. I don't know, man. Cause the cool thing about music is like emotions drive music. It drives music. Sometimes you may feel dark, and that's the emotion you give off the day, and it may actually create something amazing. I can't think of no songs off the top of my head of somebody. Yes, I can. Smell Like Teen Spirit. I don't think, especially if you listen to the lyrics of Smell Like Teen Spirit, I don't think Kurt Cobain was in the best headspace. He was having the brightest day. He was smiling at everybody when he wrote that song. I think he was really in a dark space, but that song has become so big, so legendary, and it's uplifted a lot of people, the crazy part. But, in the creation stage, he couldn't, you can't tell me, you can't make me believe that he was in the most performative, smiley stage. But get it off your chest. That's the name of the segment. Get it off your chest, boy. Ooh, boy, that brain be slipping sometimes. Boy, that's how I know I'm getting a little old. Now I gotta accept it. I'm getting a little old. But yeah, man, I hate performative stuff, man. Performative stuff, but that's in today's time. It seems so normal to run across performative stuff. This ain't coming from nothing specific. It's nothing specific. This is just a thought process, especially being somebody who is a performer, an entertainer. You just see it a lot. And you talk to people and you like, man, are you performing or you being genuine? So, or like somebody say something to you that you don't agree with, but you smile and nod. And I'm not saying be confrontational and tell them you don't like what they said, but you don't have to smile. You can just nod, like, okay. Like the smile on. That's what I mean by performing the stuff. Like, you don't have to add the sauce on it. But hey, who am I? I don't know much. I just know what I feel. And what I feel is real. Anybody who know that song, you'll know what I'm talking about. Do you know what you feel? Do you like what you feel? What you feel is real. What else going on in the world? There ain't much going on that I really want to address. Cause the beef was cool. The beef was a thing. Gunna put out a new album. I don't know how much I was looking forward to a new Gunna album. I really don't listen to Gunna like that. I listened to a few songs on my way to my gig Friday. Listened to a few songs. They were decent. They were good. He don't make bad music, like stuff that you just don't want to listen to. You just kind of have to be in the mood to listen to it. But the highlight of the fact that Gunna album was coming out was Future doing his rollout and saying, screw your album, it ain't better than my mixtape. So the whole world took that as Future was finna release a mixtape. It was some more tweets that came with that. Future was saying mixtape coming, blah, some other tweets. So the whole world took that as, the hip hop world took that as Future is finna release another song Another mixtape, man, he's finna beef with Gunna. Whole world took it as that. I did too. So I really look forward to that. Cause I said, man, we in beef season. We in beef. Just let the beef go. And that was not what happened. Wasn't no beef. So I missed that one, but I really was looking forward to that. Cause they like to say Atlanta sticks together. Atlanta don't argue with each other and blah, 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 blah. Man, them boys don't like each other. I know they don't like each other. But I can't prove it until one of them say something about the other one. And then, so the beef didn't happen. But it was another beef that did spark. I don't know why Rick Ross ain't responded yet. But Game put out a diss record to Rick Ross. Rick Ross won't rap back. Why, I don't know. Rick Ross helped end 50 Cent career, so why he's scared of the Game, I do not know. Well, the Game can really rap. The Game put out a song called 300 Bars. And for anybody who don't know, 300 bars is a lot of rapping. That's a lot of music. If you got 300 bars in music, that is a lot. That's about, depending on the BPM, that could be up to about like 10 minutes of a song. Let's look and see how long this song is. Let's look and see. Let's look and see. My bad. It went radio quiet for all the listeners. For our listeners, it went radio quiet. Bro, 300 bars is almost 15 minutes long. So it's one song that's almost 15 minutes long. That is insane. That is crazy. But the Game is one of those people who can do that. He can really rap. The Game, his early albums, man, like, dude, that doggone the documentary fire. Like his first few albums were straight heat rock. The documentary, Doctor's Advocate, LAX, they were like the Red album. They were like fire, classic. I don't want to say classic. They were fire. The documentary is definitely a classic. I thought it was a documentary too, but I think the documentary 2 didn't come out. It was talks about it, but it didn't come out. But like them records, man, fire. That dude can really rap, and he can really make good music too, man. He can really make good music. He can really like put together a well thought out song. Not only can he rap, but he can put together a well thought out song. So he dissing Rick Ross, but the thing is, Rick Ross can rap. I know a lot of people like to say Rick Ross don't have no classic albums, but Teflon Don is a classic. Rick Ross may have 2 classic albums. Teflon Don for sure is a classic. Port of Miami, you can put it up there. In my taste, Port of Miami ain't a classic, but I know some people that say Port of Miami is the classic. But Teflon Don for sure. Teflon Don is hits, nothing but hits. So I really don't know why Ross ain't responded. I think Ross just, I don't know. He wanted to respond to Drake, but like, man, you see Drake ain't responding, you respond to the Game. If you really want to rap battle, rap the Game. But we all really know where that battle would go, unfortunately. If Ross was to partake and drop a diss back, I don't think that that rap battles goes more than 3 rounds before it becomes personal and it ends in the streets. Because Game is, hey man, Game is a blood. We all know it. He's a game. He may not be an active game banger, but he is a game banger. Ross still got street ties. So that's gonna always go left. I don't care how old they is. They 45 and up. But we know where it's gonna go. So as much as I want to see that rap, if they just gonna keep it rapping, I would love to see them just rap. But if it's gonna spill over into the streets, I wouldn't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Same with Drake and The Weeknd. Y'all need to squash that, man, because that Toronto stuff is crazy. How that's happening. Boy, look, I prayed for a sidebar. I prayed for a mustache and beard all my life. I don't really got no like beard. I'm trying to let it grow right now. I look rough right now. Hair all over the place, facial hair all wild, but I'm just letting it grow. I'm letting everything grow. But this doggone mustache, man, it's like hair just be curling, bro. And then like it just curling and it end up tickling my nose. So if you see me doing this all podcast, I'm trying to lay the hair down so it don't tickle my nose and then have me playing. Man, dude, it look like I'm playing with my nose. I am not. I'm not on no drugs. It's freaking hair curling up on my lip. I want to give a review of something, and let me look up character names before I give this review. Cause this was a phenomenal movie. Phenomenal. I'm talking about phenomenal cast. Yep, there we go. All right. Sweet, I got it pulled up. All right, so I took my niece Thursday night to see a brand new movie that was released called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It was 5. If I had to rate it between 1 and 5 stars, it was 5 stars. Amazing. It was slow. To me, it was a little slow, but that's because of the series that's going on now. I've watched the first 3 so many times that the pace is, I get the pace. So watching this one was a little slow because now this makes 4 of the series now, because Planet of the Apes has been going on since probably the 70s or the 80s, maybe earlier than that. But it's been going on for a while. But this new iteration, which starts for Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then I forget the other one. But yeah, you got those 3 and then the new one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It was a little slow, but it was amazing. The movie was amazing. 5 stars. Graphics were amazing. Acting was amazing. Storyline was amazing. Plot was amazing. Everything was it was on point. It was on par. I would definitely suggest going to see it. Take a kid, man, or take somebody who has imagination. Because there's a lot of adults around here who just don't have imagination. And they just, they will, how can I put it? They will have you out here mad, man. It's like, dog, man, you being critical of everything, and it's just like, have imagination. I took my niece. She has a vivid imagination, so sometimes she's a little too. She like me. Sometimes she just she want to be a realist, but it's like, baby girl, you can't be a realist right here. This is a movie. Just enjoy it. But so take somebody who got imagination who can understand, because the plot, I wasn't a big Planet of the Apes fan, so I didn't, of the earlier iteration of all the earlier stuff when they had humans playing apes and stuff, and they didn't really look like apes. I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't want to see that. Then the graphics wasn't always good and stuff. but this new one where the apes look like apes. It may still be human CGI type stuff, body suits and stuff, but the apes look like apes. I love it. But just to see the plot, if you watch the other three, humans were dominant. We were dominant member of societies, and it just started changing. It changed to where the apes are now becoming dominant in society, and humans are getting sick and they hiding. Well, let me take the hiding part back, because if you watch the earlier three, I didn't know they were hiding. People just making little colonies everywhere, like some Walking Dead type stuff, make you a little colony. But if you remember the last one before Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the little girl couldn't speak. I didn't pay attention I guess I watched the movie like 20 times, bro. No lie. I didn't catch that she couldn't speak because of the gene thing, the disease that they were putting on the apes. It was making the humans where they couldn't speak. So I didn't catch that. But by the time we get to this movie, which is years later, I think it's up to 300 years later. It can't be 300 years later. I just thought about it. I know I watched Screen Crush, and he said it was 300 or something like that. Couldn't have been. It could have only been like 50, at the most 50 years later. Well, you know what? I take that back. Could have been 300 years. The way New York and all these places were covered, the buildings were covered, they actually could have been 300 years. But where the plot had gotten to for this movie is the apes were so dominant that they forgot humans were the ones that actually started speech, started writing, like a lot of the stuff. They forgot that humans were dominant and that we were on top of society and we ran society. And it blew my mind like, yo, how could this have really happened? And it took, like, if you the main character is the ape Noah, and like Noah didn't know. It took a orangutan called Raka to explain to him some stuff. But even in the stuff that Raka knew, he was just going off of what Caesar had passed down. And that was another interesting aspect to see, that the message that Caesar was always trying to implement, which was apes strong together, we don't kill each other. We live together and we don't kill each other, but we don't have to kill humans either. Let the humans stay where the humans are and we stay where we are. That's what Caesar was fighting for this whole time. Hey, we stay where we at and we stay together. Long as we together, we don't have to worry about nothing. And let the humans stay where they at. We don't ever have to kill them. We may not like them, but we don't have to kill them unless they cross us. If they cross us, we kill them. But if they don't cross us, we don't kill them. And then even if they cross us, we can show some compassion and some mercy. That's what Caesar was trying his best to implement. And he thought that it would live on. But over that 300 years, every sect of apes, because obviously the apes had separated like humans too. And I guess it's little ape colonies everywhere. Noah and his colony was in the woods. It was another colony that was on the beach. It was, it's just different colonies. They all lived separate. It was 2 colonies, let's say it. Let's just boil it down to 2. I don't want to make it seem like it was 10 that they showed. It was just 2 colonies. But it was separate thought processes of what Caesar believed over 300 years. And it's interesting because So again, it's imagination, bro. I got a big imagination. Could Christianity be the same way? Over all these 2,000s of years, 2,000 plus years, what God has said and set up has been shifted so much between all the people. Like this God up here, and over 2,000 years, it's just spread out to like this. It's all type of in this plane is so many different thought processes and beliefs about what this one person said, which all these people have took their interpretation and made their interpretation law. Because in the movie Proximus Caesar, which means I think nearest to Caesar, I think. His thought process about what Caesar was saying was different than Rocker's and different than Noah's. Like, all these people believe way different. Noah and his clan or his colony didn't even know about Caesar. They didn't know Caesar was a thing. They didn't even know. So it's like mind-blowing just to see how that could happen. And I just compared it to my life like, man, is Christianity a thing where this thing was meant to be this way and it just kept spiraling because so many different interpretations happened. I'll never know. I may, you know what? I won't say I will never know. I may know when I get to the gates. God may talk to me. We'll see then. But that was an interesting aspect I seen of that movie, and really the crux of the movie, which was how should apes and humans interact, and then how should apes interact with each other? Because Proximus Caesar just going up, rounding folks up, and his people rounding folks up, killing other apes, all type of stuff. But again, going back to Caesar said apes together strong. What is this the saying? Apes together strong. Yeah, that's my new thing. Now I'm gonna start doing the apes together strong. We don't kill each other. But that wasn't what was going on. They were out there killing each other and roughing each other up and making each other slaves, all type of stuff. So that part of the movie was interesting to me. Another part of the plot that was interesting to me was the ending. This is a total spoiler alert breakdown, by the way. If you're watching this and you don't like spoiler alerts, sorry, I've done it already. But the ending of the movie was, because my niece asked me when we were leaving the movie, what was your favorite part, Uncle? And I said it with the quickness. It was the ending. Because the ending was like, oh, Woody Woodpecker. The ending was it was a mind trip. I didn't expect May, who is the human who befriends Noah and Raka and goes on this journey, and they call humans echoes. They are echoes or echoes. They called them that, and they didn't think humans could talk. They thought humans were dumb. They thought humans weren't smart. They weren't evolved creatures. But they find out that May can talk, and like she can talk. Good vocabulary, good vernacular, smart as a whip. So they go on this journey, and it blows Noah's mind because his whole life he's been taught that he's been taught that humans can't speak. He didn't even call them humans; he called them echoes. Raka knew they were called humans, but he adapted to Noah just to get Noah until Noah would figure out we talking about humans. When she said she was looking for a book in the plot, I thought she was looking for a real book. But what she was looking for wasn't a real book, but it was something important. And in the process of that, she showed Noah that Proximus Caesar was right. Humans and apes can't coincide because one of them are going to always feel like they need to be the most dominant one. You know, if you want to be a deep person, you can correspond that to race. You know, use your imagination, correspond that to race. Black, white, can we live together, blah, blah, blah. Somebody always want to be dominant, blah, blah, blah. Rich, poor, somebody doesn't always want to be dominant. You got all this type of stuff, right? So that was one thought process of that. But that wasn't even the thing of the movie that really was my favorite part. It was when they do finally go their separate ways. Noah and May. May go where she going, Noah go back to his colony and build it back up. Noah he takes his girlfriend to see the telescope. A little backstory about the telescope early in the movie. Noah looks through the telescope and he sees like high power, one of the big high power telescopes. They were in a museum or something, and he looked through a big high power telescope, and I guess he seen the stars, the planets, the moons, there's all this. You know, he see everything, and it blow his mind. So now apes got to in his mind, apes need to get smarter, figure some other stuff out. So he's in the process of doing that with his girlfriend. He takes her to show her the telescope to blow her mind to push her to want to be more evolved, more educated. And then May I wasn't expecting this. Not to find another. It goes back what I said earlier when I started going over the movie. I thought people just had their little colonies, you know, because on the one before Kingdom of the Planet Apes, it was a little colony, and they were like trying to kill, you know, apes and stuff. But no, it was people who actually just went underground when all this stuff was going on. This virus is spreading, is making humans dumber, blah, blah, blah. It was people who actually just went underground from the gate, was never exposed to the virus, lived, and like, you know, it was people who did that. And they didn't experience the outside world. And they still had satellites and stuff. So what May got was a satellite card, was a card to put in for a satellite to actually make the satellite move and be able to connect with the other world. It turns out it's multiple freaking colonies of still people, of humans who can speak fluently. They still got all the knowledge and stuff of old times. Blew my mind because then I immediately say, oh, the sequel to this is going to be crazy. Humans and apes are going to kill each other. They going to do some killing, brother. In this next one, they going to do some killing. Because now they know we can come out. We got stuff moving around. Hey, man, we got electricity back going. Pump it up. Get the trains back moving. Get stuff back going. Get the 18-wheelers back on the road. Get the plants back up and jumping. And when that happens, it ain't good for the apes unless the apes have advanced themselves. So, Kingdom of the Planet Apes, I highly recommend. It's a good movie if you like thinking about stuff like that. And I ain't even thinking about this as deep as I possibly could. But if you like watching movies and thinking about what's going on as it's going on, it's a great movie for you. You know what? I'm going back to watch it in the morning. I am going back to watch that movie in the morning. Let me see what time it shows. That's going to be the first thing I do. First thing I do, matter of fact, because I feel like I missed some stuff, man. I feel like I missed some stuff, but I'm tired. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm so darn tired. I know I'm going to get in that movie and I am going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep. First showing at 11. Look, because, you know, I'm fortunate, I'm blessed. This is a sidebar. It's about me being tired. Fortunate, I'm blessed that during the week, I just kind of get to focus on my passions in life. That's coming to an end because I kind of want to trying to get to the next level. So I'm probably about to get me a little day job or something to generate a little more income or something. But well, my teaching business is kicking off too. My private lesson studio, let me say that. My private lesson studio is jumping off too. But yeah, if you want to take bass lessons, hit me up. You ever want to take bass lessons, I'm down. The beginner, intermediate, advanced, even experts. It's something I can show an expert. I ain't an expert. I'm advanced. I'm in the advanced stage. I ain't an expert. But yeah, man, anybody, if you want to learn, we can gladly do that. I'm not shedding. It's only one person in Harrisburg or two people that I'm willing to just sit down and share with. But other than that, it's going to be a teaching situation and you're going to pay me for my time and my knowledge, my vast experience and knowledge, my vast amount of experience and knowledge. But anyway, yeah, I'm very fortunate and blessed that I kind of like get to do that, but that I don't have to like clock into somewhere every day or I'm fortunate. But man, when I do work, I work. And it's crazy because it's like my work ain't heavy like manual labor, but it's just the stuff you do will have you tired. Like driving an hour and a half or an hour 45 minutes somewhere, then you sit and wait for 6 hours, then you perform for 4 hours, then you drive an hour and a half back. Like man, before you know you spend 12 hours somewhere doing nothing. Now that's a luxury. That is a luxury. That is a luxury to have. But it just wears on you, it wears on you. Makes you tired. Like doing nothing makes you tired. That's funny, like, cause I know a lot of people I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit at home, hang with my friends, hang with my family. Man, that stuff make you tired, bro. Make you tired. So like this weekend, I had 2 gigs back to back. Yeah, and like our second gig we had to be there early in the day, so I'm kind of burnt out. Did church today, Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day. I'm recording this on Mother's Day. I want to speak on Mother's Day real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. Man, if you're in a position where you're able to my bad, I got a message I had to look now. You're in a position to grow old with your parents. And what I mean by that is you get to live to 45 before your parent passes. Let me say passes instead of dies. You get to live till 45 before your parents pass away. 45 or older. Man, enjoy that, man. Cherish that, man. Cherish that. This year for Mother's Day, the last few years, last year I think was bad for me. It wasn't bad, it's just I could feel it. It was heavy. It wasn't bad. This year I got a peace, man. I've had peace a lot of times. Well, considering this year, I may have not had peace. I thought I had peace. Like the feeling I had this year was like super peace. If you heard me tell my story on here, my mom died like 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. My dad died, 2007. So that's 17 years ago. This year makes 17. I wish that I could have grown to be 45, 50 in my parents' past. I wasn't fortunate enough to do that. But in this situation, man, like, cherish those moments, man. Cherish all those moments. Mother's Day is a beautiful day to pay honor to somebody who... Because, man, Sometimes when people have kids, they give up all their hopes and dreams for their child. Some people do that. They give up all their hopes and dreams, or they change. Let's say they change and pivot their hopes and dreams. Their hopes and dreams may have been to be a neuroscientist or something, man. But they had a kid early in life at 20. They realized I just don't have the time and the finances to put into this for me to be a neuroscientist with a kid. And then they may have had one kid at 20 and then another kid at 22. And they really realized, like, yeah. I've been big in my life on saying that, like, especially I'm a performer, musician, entertainer. If I did ever have a kid early in life, like, I probably would have gave music up. Because music ain't, like, life ain't about you once you have a kid. So, I say that to say, always celebrate your parents, man. On days like this, always get them honor, celebrate them. That's nothing I need to say. I'm sure everybody out here in the internet world already know that. Celebrate them people, man, because they very possibly could have gave up their life for you to have a good life. And I know you may feel like you didn't get the most time, you didn't get the most love, you didn't get the most affection. Well, how would you feel if you had to give up your life right now for somebody else? And probably in a situation where you didn't even ask for a kid. Hey, man, the elephant in the room. Even married couples have kids and wasn't expecting to have kids. Like, we were not trying to have this kid, but kid is coming and we're not going to abort it. We're not going to do nothing crazy. We're going to have this kid and we're going to treat this kid good. So it is very well a possibility that you could have derailed somebody's plans. So how would you feel if you were in that situation? You were the person that got to alter all your life goals and plans for somebody else that you didn't even think was coming. You didn't plan on. So, think about that when you say stuff like, man, my folks weren't there. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. Man, your folks had a vision for their life well before you came. So, man, on Mother's Day, Father's Day, Mama's birthday, Daddy's birthday, honor them, man. Honor them. I'm fortunate. I'm a fortunate baby. My folks were trying to make me. They were trying to make me, man. My mama said she told my daddy, "No, you finna give me a baby tonight." Hey, hey, man, Bradford, man, we with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. My daddy doggone gave her what she asked for. I don't know if I'm exactly what she asked for. Well, yes, I do. I read this book on her birthday. It broke me down this year, man. Like, she had bought me this little baby book. Broke me down. I'm talking about, had me crying. Boo! And I was everything she wanted and more. She thought I was the cutest thing in the world. Lord have mercy. But yeah, Mother's Day, man. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I just wanted to give my little piece because I truly have a peace this year, man. I've always thought I had peace since my mom passed. Like, man, I'm good. I don't need nothing. I'm fine. But like this year, I really realized like, I have a different peace because my mom died the Sunday before Mother's Day. So I didn't even her death day passed last week, and I was recording that last episode. Recording the last episode, and it really didn't hit me until like the next day. My sister was like, I seen my sister post about it. I messaged my sister like, bro, I was finna comment under the post. I was like, people are gonna say I'm being really insensitive right now, so I'm not gonna comment under the post. I just messaged my sister, and I was like, dog, I really didn't even Bro, I didn't realize it. Like my dad's death day, I always realize it because it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thanksgiving. Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, that's how it is. So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thanksgiving. Then we buried him on a Saturday or something crazy like that. You see what I'm saying? It's super weird. So like my dad, I always remember that. But like this one, I didn't realize, like, bro, I truly missed this. And didn't even think about it, wasn't even paying attention to it. I was just living in my own world and was almost forgot to honor my OG. And so that's how I was like, man, this, and I don't feel, and I thought about, I don't feel bad about it because the more I dwell on it, I just can't get over it. So I feel like a super peace, man. Super peace. Do I miss my mom? I miss the Jack Squad. Hill of beans are my mom. But you know, that's life, bro. We here to die. Once you get in this world, guess what? You guaranteed to die. You better accept it. And once you come in this world, everybody that you love, either you gonna pass before them or they gonna pass before you. And you gotta accept it. And long as you show genuine mad love to each other while you can, man, and you honor each other while you can, you don't have to talk every day. You can go months without talking. Long as when y'all do talk, this love that's shown, genuine love, I think everything will be good. That's been another episode of Scatterbrain and Bradford podcast. Like I always say, find your grandmama, your granddaddy, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your brother, your sister, your boo, your bae, your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew. Find them, hug on them, tell them you love them. Peace out. Y'all be safe.